Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Recreators, which is on episode 6. Now, this episode right here was actually a pretty nice one. I actually really had a lot of fun. Not to mention, the last character finally shows up. But, in other cases, aside from the character, she actually knows a lot how things are in reality. Not to mention how clash of ideologies, etc. actually became really crazy in this episode, and I actually enjoyed it. So if anything else, let's just get this started. That was a minor spoiler ahead of what's to come, but if you even watched the episode, you should already know that. Aside from the beginning, we have to it that Sota realizes that this girl is from some kind of story that he actually recognized and drew out, possibly, but we have yet to be confirmed about that. We also see a scene. We do see a scene of the last character to come out, and just by judging how her personality is, she looks like she's carefree and happy-go-lucky. But aside from that, we see a scene with Mimika and what's her name, February Alisteria, who are talking about how things are and trying to figure out what's pretty good for us and about the new person that they're trying to find. But this new girl who apparently took the book ends up murdering the old guy with her powers somehow. And I'm thinking in my mind, okay, this just shows that she's no hero or whatever the case may be that we always see. She's a villain. And I go like, oh, that's pretty cool. Although we do already see one antagonist already. It looks like to me she could be another minor antagonist or possibly secondary antagonist, or possibly more than just that, because we already know we could have antagonists and protagonists in Recreators, and judging how things are, it's looking bad. And of course, they had to put it as a murder and robbery here and there. And of course, they both realize, especially Meteora realizes that it's a freaking, how am I supposed to say it? It's a creation. As for Kanoya, that stupid boy whatsoever, he's flirting with some girls, with some people with some bodyguards keeping an eye on him. Apparently he's trying to impress some girls, like, I ride a robot, that kind of thing. And he's looking at these young girls right now. I'm like, this guy's a pedophile, dude. I'm not playing around. He is a freaking pedophile. I don't know how old these girls are, but guarantee, I just want to rip his freaking brain. I'm going, are you crazy? Do you read the laws and rules of what happens? Yeah. Okay, enough of me being ranting and about freaking Cherry Boy being a freaking pedo. We have to it that Mamika and Alasteria ends up finding the girl who murdered the guy in the shop, and Alasteria doesn't like the aura she's having. Mamika was trying to talk things out, but things are still not looking good. And apparently this is where things are pretty hectic right now, because Alisteria is about to kill her and goes up and tells her off to say, you just kill for fun. What the hell's wrong with you? She goes like, oh, and what do? You have this spear right now that you're going to stab me with, or is it just for show? Or is it? The way how she's talking is like saying that she doesn't care or anything, and she doesn't even have remorse of what she does. And Alisteria says that she just kills for justice or something. You just kill for fun. But she ends up telling her back, killing is still killing, whether it be for fun or for justice, that you still killed someone. And there is no way in hell I'm able to beat that. Once someone strikes me out with that, like killing is still killing, I can't even talk back right there. And she even mocks him for her own philosophy or something, or how she lives by. And apparently, Alisteria was really starting to be hot-headed and goes like, are you mocking me right now? She even tells her up by saying, don't blame others for your own stupidity. Which is another thing that strikes back almost at a lot of people. We have the tendency, especially in life, to blame others for possibly of how things are. But the way how this girl's talking, even though she's a villain, she actually knows a lot. Nothing is worse than hating a person who tells the freaking truth. She may be crazy and psycho and she killed the shop owner for a book, But she actually knows a lot. And just by saying killing is killing, whether it be for justice or fun, and then going like, don't blame others for your own stupidity or something. Oh my gosh. Oh. She is crazy. And Anastasia was really starting to be at her limit and ends up trying to stab her. But Celestia and Metodia shows up right in the nick of time. And right now we also have to it that Anastasia tells him to stand aside as she has some business with that piece of rubbish. Although, like, Celestia knows that she's a killer and killed someone, you can't just raise commotion. Not to mention, you are in no position to pass judgment on her. And this is where things get really hectic or something. Although, like, the night, February, she won't listen, Mamika, on the other hand, tries to say, like, listen, I don't know what's right or wrong, but there's no reason for us to fight. I know there's no reason for us to fight or hurt each other. Although Meteora says, I agree with you on that. However, it's just like you say, I agree. But if that's what the military uniform princess wants you to think, And apparently, as long as you are acting to her in own mechanizations, we have no choice to stop you. And of course, we see to it that that Celestia was trying to explain to the knight that these creators are not gods, they're not immortal, they're like us, etc. I'm gonna tell you right now, like things, whatever she put in your head, it's only gonna cause more chaos later. And February was really being mad and going like, "What? You expect me to believe that? You saying that everything she's been saying is actually a lie or deceiving us?" I'm thinking in my mind, dang, she is not listening right now. She's like being hot-headed, her voice is loud, she's going like nuts and bolts right now. The world is not all-powerful. Metodia was trying to tell her, like, this is not how things are, etc. You gotta, like, calm down. And they try to talk this out, but February ends up explaining how her world is and how it's so piled up with corpses and blood and war and death. And she can't handle that. And she believes that her creator would be able to, like, how am I supposed to say it? Fix all that. And she says she believes that the creators could make her world to be a better place. But apparently Meteora ends up saying, I can understand your situation, but this is where she tells her off right here. Confusing your desires with reality will lead you down the wrong path. And not only that, such a desire is a curse. And I'm thinking in my mind, oh my gosh, dude, just this talk of ideology and how things are right now, just like blew my mind away. I'm like, wow, dude, like, killing is still killing, whether it be for justice or fun. Don't blame others for your own stupidity or your ignorance. And of course, Mamika believes that we don't have to hurt each other if we all have the same goal. But Meteora, on the other hand, says, if you're just acting on your mechanizations with that girl that you're siding with, then I have to stop you. And of course, Meteora did talk to February Alistair about her desire. I understand your situation, but confusing your reality with this kind of world right now, or confusing reality with this kind of thing right now, it's only gonna it's only, how am I supposed to say it? It's only gonna lead you down to the wrong path, and such a desire is a freaking curse. And that right there just shows a lot, and Alistair cannot handle this anymore, and she summons Gatswan Bella King in and blasted towards Celestia and Meteora. And we have two of them. Mamika was really, how am I supposed to say it? Hesitant, because seeing how Alistair is really starting to fight right now, Alistair February ends up telling the psycho girl, or girl who knows freaking facts or something, would take care of it later. And apparently we have to it that Celestia clashes against Alistair, and it looks really bad. Mamika wants to stop the fight, but she can't use her full power, otherwise it will cause much danger. And of course, Meteora, on the other hand, ends up having to back up Celestia after being pushed down, etc. by Alistair. Celestia, the way I look at it, Alistair and Celestia looks like they have like equal grounds in terms of combat skills, but I guess like I guess something about a spirit has an advantage maybe over swordsmanship, and just by seeing how Meteora comes in to save her from freaking like what's his name? He finally reveals his name at long freaking last, and his name is Blitz Tokar. And apparently it's like he tells him off like, think of me as someone like I don't want you to interfere when I'm working with someone. And apparently, the psycho girl or something, or the black clothed schoolgirl or something that killed the old man in the shop is actually enjoying this very much, not caring, and she's having a blast out of it. And apparently, as Celestia and Alistair February are clashing, Meteor was blocking Tokar Blitz bullets, but he uses a gravity bullet and sends Meteor flying down to the ground while she's trying to call the woman for permission in order to use the military and armory weaponry. But after being pushed down and about to be killed, Mamika comes in for her protection, says she can't fight anymore, and but Blitz, on the other hand, says, look, if she comes back at full power, she'll come back and attack again. But Mamika, on the other hand, says, yeah, I can understand that, but you know what? If I can't just stand by and seeing everyone fight like this. It'll be my duty to try to stop all this, and if I go back to my old world, I'd feel ashamed and won't be able to face my friends. And just by the looks of it, it looks like things are still going hectic and etc. Okay, a lot of people I know for the fact have been complaining that there's not a lot of action, a lot of talking and so forth. Look, you got your action. It may not be a lot, but it's something, alright? And the way how this episode went, it was pretty good, alright? I thought it was pretty slick and really awesome. The way how, it all led up to this with, certain information, etc. Along with theories and hypotheses that Meteoria has and so forth. Things need to be taken slow before it could go into high fast action pace to your desire. And I thought this episode was pretty cool. Those of you who've been wanting action, yeah, you got some of your action, not a lot of it. And if you're still complaining, just drop the series and get the hell out, okay? Because there's been enough babies who can't really understand how things should be done, and they just go nuts and bolts and not understanding at all. Anyways, I thought the episode was pretty cool. The clash of the clash of ideologies and desires, Not to mention how things are, especially that girl who murdered the old man at the shop. She is literally crazy, but she actually tells the truth. Killing is still killing, whether it be for justice or fun, and don't blame other people for your own stupidity or ignorance. She may be crazy, like I said, and repeating myself again, but she actually knows the truth and how things are. So, overall, I thought the episode was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to more. Can't wait to see what's going to be like for next episode, although I hope we could get more talks and slow-paced episodes with certain information and theories to come, because that's what's making this show look pretty good. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye bye.